Well, hello, friends, and again, happy Easter to you all. I pray this message finds you well. After a busy season, we're so blessed by being with so many of you over the last several weeks, especially as we journeyed through Holy Week and celebrated Easter Sunday. Thank you so much for being a part of all that is happening here on the campus and in our community, thanks to what God is doing through St. Paul's United Methodist Church. My name is Jeremy Knight. I get the honor of being the pastor here at St. Paul's, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we're going to be tackling over the next several weeks. I sincerely hope that you will continue to journey with us because I'm really excited about some of the things we're going to have in store for our community here. I do want to say that it will be a little bit exciting, or more so exciting, because we won't just settle into a sermon series, although I do want to speak to you a little bit about our sermon series to give you some insights and explanation, but we're also going to have some very special Sundays coming up in the next several weeks. In a few short weeks, we're going to celebrate Confirmation Sunday, which is a really, really big deal here at St. Paul's, and we are excited and hope to share that with each and every one of you. We, in our tradition, walk alongside children until they get to a certain age where we as a church decide that they are of age to go through confirmation. And confirmation it's a journey for our kids here at St. Paul's that has taken them many, many, many months of meeting in classes and going to a special retreat, talking diligently about their faith, asking great questions, thinking about how they do theology themselves, how they think about God, and how they think about their response to God's grace and what that means in relationship to the church, and what it means for their own salvation and how they work out their salvation in community as they seek to follow in the way of Jesus Christ. We have three very special students that will be taking that step in the coming weeks, and we pray that you would come and be a part of that. We're going to have a beautiful celebration afterwards, and that's coming up in just a few short weeks. We're also going to have a special Sunday where our women that are engaged in some of our wonderful, wonderful groups here through the United Women in Faith, they have two very incredible circles that meet, one that meets during the weekdays and one that meets on the weekends once a month. They're going to be leading our services in a few weeks. We're really excited about that. We're going to have a guest preacher be with us the Sunday before that. It's going to be a really, really exciting time. So we pray that you will come and experience all that God is doing in and through us here at St. Paul's. But this week, we're going to launch into a new series. And like I said, with these special Sundays, we will have this sermon series repeatedly kind of be with us over the next, probably about 2 months leading up into the summer. And it's one that I'm really excited and hope that you will engage. We're calling it Sacred Tension because part of what I have learned is that our particular, I don't know if brand is the right word, but our perspective of faith as United Methodist people, as folks that have come into a faith tradition that has been birthed out of the Wesleyan movement. This Wesleyan movement birthed many, many moons ago in England within the Anglican Church, primarily led by John and Charles Wesley, as well as many others. This particular faith practice in which we find ourselves in is one of sacred tension. And here's what I mean by that. We as Methodists are a both and people. There are things about faith and about faith practice that very easily we could choose this way or that way. Well, as Methodist people, we're a both and. And we, in so many parts of our practices and our theological understandings, we will walk the middle way and live in a place of sacred tension. We will not, for lack of a better term, sell out to one way or the other. We will honor and respect both. We know that there are limitations in all of these things, but we seek in so many of our approaches to faith, our practices of faith, our beliefs, our theological underpinnings to walk this middle way and to live in a place of tension. And we believe that's a holy place. It's a sacred place where God does really incredible, amazing work. There are many of these sacred tensions within our faith tradition. We won't be able to tackle all of them over the next several weeks, but we will tackle several of them. We'll begin this week with an understanding that it really is birthed out of our core DNA as Methodist people, coming from, like I said, that Wesleyan movement of the Anglican Church. We are birthed from a renewal movement, not a renewal movement that had goals of creating a new denomination, not to create a new theological approach, but to renew the larger church. The Wesleyan movement that became the Methodist movement was a renewal movement. So it has this desire and this energy towards the new and to make progress and to engage new, exciting ideas and to take risks and to sometimes be unapologetic and be what some would call vile and even maybe obnoxiously on fire for the Lord, while also, on the other side, loving and respecting the traditions that we hold so dear, our church doctrines, our rhythms, our practices, our creeds, sacraments, so many of those things that we are a both-and people. We don't feel like we have to throw this one out to take care of this one, right? We live in this middle way that is a both-and, a place of sacred tension. And so that poses a really great opportunity for us, as well as a challenge. And so we're going to talk, starting this week, about some of those, beginning with the one I just shared with you. What does it mean that we are a church that both values, loves, supports, and feels so at home in our traditions, while also striving for progress, for engaging things in new ways, to be risk-taking, to be adventurous, and to engage things that are not what we would consider traditional, to reach people with the gospel of Jesus Christ in 2026, and living in that in-between, that sacred tension of both tradition and modern reality. So I hope that you'll come and join us as we start this conversation, trusting that God is going to do something beautiful within us as we learn even more what God has in store for us in the tensions of our life. These holy places, these sacred spaces that we're called to fill, not only with ourselves, but allow God's presence to fill us as well. All right? Grace and peace to you all. Have a wonderful weekend. I cannot wait to see you Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. here on campus. We'll be streaming online as well, thanks to our incredible crew that makes sure that that happens. We hope that you will join us then. We'll be back this week with Children's Church and look forward to all of those things. All right? Grace and peace to you all.